Hi everybody. If you've been in my sock class, then you're probably up to this point. You've done your toe, you've done your heel, and you've done your rib. And now it's time to cast off. And because we did a toe up sock, you can't bind off in the traditional way because it would be too tight and you couldn't get it over your heel and onto your leg. So we have to do a stretchier bind off. And this one is the one I like the best. It's called Jenny's Super Stretchy Bind Off. And the way she makes it stretchy is she adds yarn overs in a particular way to give you more real estate to pull out the top of your sock. So to get started, you have to do a setup stitch. And since we're doing like 2x2 rib here, first 2 stitches are knit. We're going to do a yarn over, but if there's a knit stitch that is going to be the next stitch that you work, you do a reverse yarn over. Now, when you do a normal yarn over, you take the yarn and put it over top the needle, like that. When you do a reverse yarn over, you bring it from behind and over the needle, like that. So we're doing a reverse yarn over, and we're knitting the first stitch, like so. And then you're gonna lift that yarn over top that stitch you just knitted, just like you would do a normal bind off. But that's the only time you're going to do it this way. That's just the setup stitch. So the next stitch is also a knit stitch. So we're going to do a reverse yarn over again. We're going to knit that stitch. And now we have 3. We don't have 2. So what we want to do is lift these first 2 stitches right here over the last stitch that you worked, and you have 1 stitch left. Now we're coming up to purls. So if the next stitch is a purl, we're not going to do a reverse yarn over, we're going to do a regular yarn over. And in order to purl, we have to bring that yarn forward so that we can purl the stitch, like so. And again, 3 stitches. We're going to take the first 2 right here, and we're going to lift them over the last, and you're left with 1. And since we have another purl here, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to do a regular yarn over, bring the yarn forward so we can purl. 3 stitches there, lift the 2 over the 1. Okay, now we're back to knit again. So we're doing a reverse yarn over. We're going to knit. There's your 3 stitches. Now some people have trouble lifting these 2 together. You can do them one at a time, just like that. Do one over this one, and this one over the next one. So you still have that 1 left over, okay? And it looks basically the same. So this is a knit, again, reverse yarn over, knit the stitch, lift the 2 over that last stitch you worked. Okay, and see, this is what it's going to look like. And I'm going to continue and get back towards the end so I can show you what to do then. Okay, so I've done almost all of the stitches on this one needle This is a knit stitch here. I'm gonna do reverse yarn over again, knit here, lift these two over the one. Okay, so now this needle, all the stitches on this needle have been cast off, but I still have the ones over here. So all you have to do is pull your cable so that this needle tip, move that out of the way, this needle tip here is back there. And now you can continue across this side. So these are purls. I'm going to go regular yarn over, bring the yarn to the front, purl the stitch, and lift these two over that. So I'm going to continue doing this till I get to the last stitch. Okay, I'm on my last couple stitches here. This is the 2 purl stitches at the end, regular yarn over. I'm going to purl that, lift these two over, one more, regular yarn over, have the yarn forward to purl, sorry about my finger, and lift those two over, and you are done, or I am done. And so now I'm going to leave a tail. I'm going to cut the tail and thread it through a tapestry needle. Like so. Okay, so this is the last stitch. I'm going to give it a little yank. I'm going to take my threaded tapestry needle, put it through the stitch to anchor it, you know, to keep it from unraveling, and just pull it. And then I'm going to go over here to the first bind off that I did and put the needle through there to join it together. And I can come out here again. Go back in one more time. And there we have Jenny's super stretchy bind off. And we're just going to weave this little tail in on the inside of the sock. And you can do it however you like. But I usually just whip stitch it down this rib area and then cut it off. Okay, you're all done. You finished a sock.